Yo, what's going on, guys? So this is gonna be the build for fire. There was a little bit confusion with my last build when it came to the boom boom. Don't worry. I know a lot of you guys wanted to know about a burn build in this game. So this one is the Let It Burn build in Once Human. This is gonna be around everything fire related. This is going to be building up your stacks of fire, um, all of that. So hopefully there's no confusion now. So let's just jump right into it. So your main source of damage will come from the boom boom. Um, this is the legendary burn weapon. It's also an LMG. Now, when it comes to fire, the more burn you stack, the higher the damage it does. And this, as you guys can see, has a base magazine of 100. So each magazine, you're putting out a lot of fire stacks. Now, there are a couple other ones that you can, other weapons you can stack up with the boom boom. Obviously, the crank, the fire AK. You can do the fire shotgun. Personally, for me, I would say the crank. Anything that can put again burn stacks and the shotgun. It does do a lot of damage. Don't get me wrong, but you're not putting a lot of burn stacks on. So you're going to be primarily having the crank as your secondary to pair with the boom boom. And again, you just want to put bullets down range so you can get those burn stacks. Now, as it goes for armor, we're going to want to be doing everything in our power to do elemental damage. Right here, the shelter set is everything you want to do for elemental. You're going to want to get a 4-piece set of this automatically. This one will boost your elemental damage. I think the furthest 2 set is by 8%. The 3 stack, it allows you to get a stack of elemental damage up to 20 times. So you're going to be doing an extra 20% there. And then the other one is 10 more stacks, so 30%. And it's easier to get those stacks because weak spots give you 2 instead of 1 for those stacks. Now, as it goes for gloves, there's 2 options. You have these hardy gloves, which will make all your stacks disappear, but will do a 300% PSI damage. This one you do not want to go for. Trust me when I say this. This destroys your damage per minute. It's just terrible. The ones you do want to go for, though, is this. When affected by burn, weapon damage and crit rate is increased by 15%. Now, you're not going to be primarily focusing on your actual base weapon damage. Usually it's low already, but this will increase it by just a little bit. So obviously that's a good one. Now, as it goes for the final piece, you can pretty much do anything you really want to. Personally, I would probably go for the Lone Wolf, 1 piece of Lone Wolf, just to get that extra mag capacity so you can keep those burn stacks going. But it really, really depends on your playstyle. You could go reload. You could go the weapon damage. Personally, I would go against this, but yeah, you could theoretically, but my personal opinion would be magazine capacity. Now, as it goes for your Cradle Mimetic Override, there are a couple in here that will be very, very beneficial to you, similar to the Shrapnel, but definitely some new ones. So first things first, obviously damage from LMGs as well as rifles, and then reload after you get a kill. This will allow you to constantly be firing. The next one will be after hitting a weak spot, status damage is increased by 25%. So you're getting a 25% just increase to your status damage. This one right here, weapon damage plus 25 after reloading or switching weapons. Now, you're not going to be trying to do a lot of reloading, but in case you do, you have it. After this one, You have killing an enemy with continuous damage, such as burn, will increase that damage by 20% and can stack up to 3 times, so 60% more status damage. Absolutely insane. And then down here, based on the number of nearby units affected by burn, increases your fire damage by 15% per unit, up to 60% maximum. So if you're putting a lot of people on fire, you're getting 60% capped out burn damage, which is absolutely incredible. And for the rest of your slots, it can be based on preference. You could do all the other ones that I've done just as a passive for the shrapnel build, but that's basically what it is for your mimetic cradle override. Now, as it goes for mods, I haven't specifically gone for any of the burn or basically anything other than shrapnel mods, but I can give you guys some insight onto what you should be looking for. Um, I wouldn't necessarily trade out gun damage for burn damage, but if you had one mod that was burn and one that was gun damage, you're obviously going to want to go for burn damage. Anything that boosts your burn tick rate will make this build incredible. Like I said at the beginning of this video, my buddy, he did go for the burn build, and it wasn't a complete build, and he was still getting 8k a tick, and each tick is like roughly 1 second. So every second, if you're doing like 10k plus whatever you're doing in bullet damage, um it's kind of mental. So anything that boosts your elemental damage, your magazine capacity, you can go for your gun damage, and but I would probably go for reload speed instead of gun damage. Either way, whichever one you get will help boost your damage per second and your potential damage. That's all I have for you guys. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any particular questions um, about a mod, about how you should be playing this build. Eventually, I will be getting an in-depth guide on every single build video. Just unfortunately, with the Starcurm cap, you don't really have the ability to get all the builds right away. So we're sort of limited on that, but I can definitely give you guys a broad guide on what you guys should be doing, and that's exactly what this video is here for. So let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. I do want to hear your opinion on the Let It Burn build. But that's all I have. So again, thank you to everyone. I hope each and every one of you guys has a wonderful, wonderful day, and as always, take care, and I'll talk to you guys later.